friends, welcome back, everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely Brutal OST as we returned with round 4 of the Swiss stage of the SC4ALL tournament, the offline event happening in the Americas. We are jumping into our next matchup. It's going to be a TvP between FoxeR and Maplez. Let us go. Maplez, we did see him take down Warren earlier, but that was a different matchup. That was a PvZ matchup. Now we're jumping into the PvT. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the yellow Terran player, the American Terran. It is FoxeR. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Canadian Protoss player. We have the red Protoss for Team Gosu. It is Maplez. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our next matchup, into our fresh best of 3. Again, this is round 4 of the Swiss stage, and there are still 2 more rounds remaining. And we did want to feature some of the other players here. FoxeR is a player that is renowned and is poised to go deep and far in this tournament, and we have yet to cover him. So let's go. We're jumping on in. What I will say is that a lot of casters did jump on this series. It's not just us, but I believe Rotterdam and the mainstream as well. Everyone wanted some FoxeR on Maplez action. I didn't blame them. It's aye. But let's go. Double gas opener out of FoxeR, going for a more tech-heavy start, going for a faster factory. Meanwhile, I'm curious to see how Maplez does open up. Maplez is known for being hyper-aggressive, for being very cheesy, very unorthodox in his play. We saw that previously against Warren as well, going for Glaive Adepts, going for early charge, going for hyper-aggressive builds. We expect something similar here against FoxeR as well. So we'll see what he goes for. We'll see if he does open up, say, with earlier charge, with more committed blink play. We'll see. As again, FoxeR is going for that delayed CC. Factories in production. For now, we're setting up. Likewise, welcome one to Persephone. Persephone is an interesting map in the map pool. Does have, of course, the gold base on the right-hand side, which may come into play, especially in a longer and later game. Likewise, the bases themselves are very separated from each other, referring to the top and southern half of the map, so we often do end up in split map scenarios if we do end up in said kind of late game. But we'll see. I'm not so sure if that's going to happen. Not between these two. Not with Maplez. Yo, is this when we play standard? That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. As initial Reaper does move out. Just poking, and ideally does want to get a read on what tech Maplez does go for, whether it's Stargate, Robo, or Twilight Council. Reaper looks for a way in. So far, Maplez is keeping up. So far, so good. Fox is pulling away. Behind this again did have the faster 1-1-1 setup, a delayed expansion, and with this we're going for the early draw play. Okay, so FoxeR is going for an early push. Oh, my apologies. I assumed it was going to be going for an early Cyclone, if not early tank production. Does open up with a medevac, but from here is going to add on swap. Okay. As the Reaper gets in. Doesn't quite find much economic damage here. Shield battery is done. God damn it. Fox is a diva enjoyer. God damn it, FoxeR. Aye. Stalkers, they move in. They get 1 Marine so far. Oh, they get 2. And 2 Marine kills. Oh, they get a 3rd. So nice damage here by Maplez. But from here, he's going to be zoned away. But nice trades. Nice trades nonetheless. And I was curious to see what the follow-up was going to be here. The medevac has arrived. Widowmine is stuck at home. We don't really get to drop across the map. We are going into Hyperflight Rotor Banshees, not Cloak. Okay. Hyperflight Rotors is in production. And likewise getting to those early tanks. FoxeR will have a lot of potential for damage. Meanwhile, Maplez does expand, does claim a 3rd base. So far, everything's looking pretty standard from Maplez. 3 gate blink into a 3rd. but a bit of a later third gateway. So we're getting into the mid game. We're building up into the mid game. No shenanigans out of Maples. Banshees are building up. And we'll see if FoxeR does bring it all together for a main push, or if he does harass. And as we can see here, peels off those Banshees, getting ready for some harassment across the map. Maples is in position. The Stalkers are ready. He has 5 Stalkers in the main. Time to root for Maples. God damn it, FoxeR. God damn it. Every time. Oh. That's FoxeR. He does look to move out. Maples, he will miss the drop. Does barely miss it. See Maples fending out their Stalkers. Looking for move outs, and Maples, he will find FoxeR. Does find the medevac. Medevac getting caught out. Maples is going for a gateway heavy composition, going blink into charge. Going for delayed splash damage. And while FoxeR distracts you on the right hand side, the medevac is going to go down. Is it going to be worth it though? Because it comes in with the Banshees. And the main base is exposed. Yeah, and the main base is exposed. Maples out of position. Probes are getting one-shots. Getting 5, 6, 7 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. Again, Maples, he was here earlier, but he was distracted by the drop. Sure, he got the medevac, but it was worth it. It was worth it for FoxeR. Baited Maples in. That's 11 workers, and the Banshees take it away. They barely take any damage. So nice harassment here by FoxeR. Maples, he's looking for those Banshees. He wants them. And this entire time, FoxeR building up back at home. Building up more tanks, more fire. Stim is on the way. Oh, FoxeR does get caught out there. We'll lose 1 tank. 1 tank goes down. Nice pick up here by Maples. Likewise, he can shade or he can blink into the main. He can go for the add-ons. Uh-oh. Oh, going for combat shields. Yeah, combat shields is going to be dying. Can he get both? Combat shields and Stim? Wow, he will. Massive pickups here. Stim is going to go down. We go for the mash repair. Oh, one more volley. Can he get it? Barely nuts. Oh my god. Clutch moves here by FoxeR. Save Stim. Banshees are cleaned up. FoxeR otherwise distracted. So we have a back and forth. With Stim finishing, FoxeR, he can have a presence on the map. Snipes the observer. There's the Unsiege. Ooh, as FoxeR does move towards the left-hand side, Stalkers are moving in. FoxeR's out of position. Now gets spotted. FoxeR turns around. And Stalkers, they get a couple of these SCVs. And 2 SCV kills. Going for the bunker. Maples, he gets surrounded. Another the mines! Oh my god! Yeah, brutal mine shots. Maples, he does overextend. Gets caught by the army. And with that, he'll bleed out most of these Stalkers. Not like this, Pappy. Not like this. Oh, tank drops in. Does how many? 10? 11. 11 Stalkers go down. And brutal damage here. That was not worth it for Maples. Again, catching SCVs was fine, but he just kept pushing. He got caught. He got caught out. Maples, he plummets in supply. Throws away these zealots. There's the recall. And FoxeR, he can move out. He has momentum. And so now just taking more gases. Waiting for his upgrades. So with this Maples, he has time to recover here. Storm has begun. So given a little bit more time, he will finish up Storm. His 4th base is getting up and running as well. Widowmine drop gets caught. And FoxeR has a lead, but he doesn't want to throw his lead away here. So FoxeR's being safe. He's playing safe. He's calming down. As again, both players are just slowly building up. Maplez, he does get his 4th base up and running. Storm now kicks in. There was a window in time where I would say that FoxeR, he could maybe punish Maplez and either push into the natural or deny the 4th base, but FoxeR did decide to stay at home. To just chill, stay back, to play it safe. Maplez now taking the gold, gaining map control. Maplez, he's recovering. And FoxeR going for the 2nd starport. That's going to be for Mass Viking production. Ghost Academy as well. 2nd Academy, apparently. Getting into Ghost production. Oh. And FoxeR is turtling up. Just turtling up back at home. Looking to max out. Who catches who? Here go the Storms. Oh. Storm does graze the army. Hatching out a couple of Marines. FoxeR zoned away. 2nd Robo. Bays in production for the eventual Colossus. Maplez, he's getting there. Oh. And no major storms. FoxeR has to be careful. Nice EMPs. Yeah, nice EMPs and no storms remaining. Does catch out the Zealots. And FoxeR holds once again, takes a better fight. At the same time, Prism into the main. Yeah, the Warpin does barely finish, catching reinforcements. Maplez trying to go in here, but Maplez does not have enough. Yeah, without Storm, he just doesn't really have any pushing power. And FoxeR holds. Without losing much, FoxeR, he'll lose 3 SCVs, a couple of add-ons. No major losses here for FoxeR. A much better fight, and Maplez does throw away a lot of supply here. Maplez, we gotta calm down, we gotta get out of here. He does pull away. Pulls away, building up the Colossus. Remember, the 2nd starport was already done. Vikings are amassing for FoxeR. He's already blindly building up Vikings. We do have the Fusion Core on the way. That's going to be for Liberators. The freedom is coming. It's coming. And now FoxeR pushes. This time with Ghost, this time with EMPs. And this is such a fragile composition for Maplez. He barely has anything. We do run through the storm. Okay, does pull away. Storms, they do zone. Maplez once again going for the Zealot round by. The last are Vikings to defend. FoxeR, he'll be the first to max out, and Maplez is struggling here. Again, just threw away so much supply earlier. Failed to deny the expansions. FoxeR is at the advantage. Okay, how many had Templar? There are 4. 4 Templar. There's going to be at least 3 Storms. There's the NG overcharge, okay. He has 2 Storms in the chamber. Oh, brutally, oh my god, brutally EMPs. EMPs connect. Vikings, they get one of the Colossus. One Colossus goes down. A Storm does try to zone, and I believe that was the final Storm. Yeah, no Storms left. FoxeR's moving in. Has to respect those Zealots. Does kite away. Again, FoxeR's still rallying, still reinforcing. Oh, yo, shout out to healing pad. And Maplez, again, he just can't engage. Maplez, he cannot engage, not head on like this. No, without either Disruptors or High Templar. Speaking of flanking Templar. Ugh. Templar, they get caught out. Nice DT counterattack, though. Gets a mineral line. Gets 8 SCVs. Takes out 8 workers. Nice EMP. Colossus are going to be falling one after the other. There's one Colossus left. Unomas might be down to 0. 0 Colossus remaining. And again, there's no splash damage. Snipes on the Zealots. Lands the Vikings. And FoxeR is going for the kill. FoxeR has broken the main army. Maplez barely has anything left. Again, we just saw some really brutal fights from Maplez earlier, throwing away a lot of supply. As FoxeR was defending well. Oh, does he notice? Oh no! It does. Lands the EMP. Shuts down the Dark Templar. And Maplez cannot stop this. Nice storm though. Does end a juicy storm. Now, if Maplez can land a couple of storms, and if FoxeR does take the entirety of the storm to the face, then maybe. A cheeky moves out of Maplez. Let's go. Does warp in with a Max Dark Templar. Doing what he can. Leaves the army idle. Cheeky moves out of Maplez, but not going to be enough here. And FoxeR snowballing out of control. 3 DTs left. There's going to be 2 Colossi defensively, soon to be 3. But there's no buffer, there's no supports. The Colossus are on their own. There's a couple of flanking storms coming in, or reinforcing storms. Colossus goes down instantly. Ooh, brutal EMPs. Yeah, EMPs are landing. God, the EMPs, they just keep landing as well. And again, it's been a bit of a foregone conclusion at this point. As Maplez down to a handful of units. Lands a storm, which is nice, but the rovers are falling. No more Colossi. And we're coping, Pappy. We're coping. Let's go. He blinks in. GG gets called. And FoxeR, he'll take game number 1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. I was a little bit concerned here for FoxeR, as if you recall, he was able to take a really strong fight earlier where he was able to punish the Stalkers. What was it? 11 Stalkers went down. He shut down the Zealots as well. There was a window where FoxeR could counterattack, and he chose not to. Chose not to counterattack. Maplez, as a result, he took full map control. He mass expanded. He was able to max out as well. Maplez, he recovered. But thankfully for FoxeR, Maplez took some really rough engagements, pushing into some concaves into the army, throwing away a lot of supply, and as a result, Maplez, that recovery that he was getting into, he lost it, right? He just threw away too much supply, fell too far behind. GG. GG, well played. FoxeR, the defensive play out of FoxeR did pay off. Did fight very well, and with that, we're now getting into game number 2, and we'll see if FoxeR can claim the series here and now. We'll see if Maplez can recover and bounce back. As we are getting into game 2. Catching up in the chat. FoxeR's EMPs are great today. They were crazy. The EMPs were landing, Pappy. Don't really like these new storms that don't do much. I mean, the storms have been pretty effective. Not in that last game, but storms, they're a really good zoning tool. They've been a really strong zoning tool. You've seen them be quite effective in ZVP, especially when it comes to more defensive play. They do have, of course, they're less punishing than the previous storm because they do less burst damage, of course. But that's also why I would say currently it's a little bit more necessary, especially as the game goes on, to switch into disruptors, right? To go from a Colossus Storm into Disruptor. This was always the case. I would say that we would have seen the same outcome last patch as well, where High Templar, they do get outscaled as the game goes on, right? Like, it is normal, it has been meta, has been standard to get out of High Templar, out of Storm as the ghost count gets higher, right? Like, as you get more ghosts, you have to have less High Templar, just because of how prominent and how prevalent EMPs are. So I would say that we would have had the same outcome in the previous patch, just because of how the compositions were going, how the game was progressing, and what Maplez was stuck with. So again, in TvP, you do want to get out of High Templar eventually. You want to get out of it. There you go. Here we go. Sorry, we'll just start getting the lobby ready. Looks like Rotterdam is having some PC issues. So Rotterdam, he was covering game 1, but looks like he won't be able to join us for game 2. But hopefully he's able to fix those issues, especially because this is going to be a long day of StarCraft. There's a lot of matches going on, and to be fair, he has access to the clean feed, so he can always use the clean feed as well. So getting into game number 2. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the American Terran player. We have the yellow Terran leading the series 1-0. It is FoxeR. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. We have the Canadian Protoss representing Team Gosu. It is Maplez. Here we go. Whew, as we're getting into that second game. And again, Maplez, he had a relatively standard game, to be honest. Like, he did go for a 3-gate blink opener into a third base. Blackwish from there, teched up into Storm, got into splash damage. Was looking pretty normal, to be honest. Aside from the fact that he was overly aggressive and lost a lot of Stalkers at the start of the game, true. Like Maplez, he did fall behind early on. Despite that, was able to max out. But FoxeR was so comfortable just turtling up on 4 bases. We'll see if Maplez can have a little bit more success in the early to mid game. Let's go. But now, once again, double gas opener here. Out of FoxeR. Does open double gas, once again going for the faster factory. Last game, this was meant to be leading into a Widowmine drop, followed by the Banshee harass, and the Banshees, they achieved so much damage. What was it, 11 probes went down? True. This time, we don't really expect to see the same build. Typically, especially at this level of play, you want to be mixing up your builds and mixing up your approach. So FoxeR did go for Banshees last game. This time, we could see something a little bit different here. More committed Widowmines. Say Raven harass instead. Cloak Banshees, true. We'll see. We shall see. As it looks like the other matches are actually already wrapping up. Jesus. We only had one game, but I mean, it was a longer macro game. And again, I was a little bit surprised. I wasn't really expecting to see that out of Maplez. Okay. He can macro. He can macro. It's crazy. Back at home, Twilight Council. So Twilight Council is our tech of choice once again, out of Maples. Most likely into Blink. We'll keep an eye on the gateway count. We'll see how aggressive or how safe he plans on being. Yes, Maples is walling up. Let's go to street gateways. FoxeR poking in. We'll scout the Twilight Council at least. Oh. Likewise, oh, nice defense. Maples does fully wall off. Takes on one of the Hellions, and so far does shut this down. And no major damage going for the sentry though. Oh, can he get it? Oh my god, just barely. Sentry goes down. FoxeR at least gets something for his trouble, and he's going for the same follow-up. Commits into more Reaper Hellion this time, but will be following up with Speed Banshees, with Hyperflight Rotors. So getting into the Speed Banshees once again. Last game they killed 11 probes. We'll see if we can do. We will see if we can achieve as much success, if not even more, this time in game number 2. Show us what you got. Can he do it again? Bad. As the first Banshee does move out. Maple's checking his vision. He hasn't seen much here. So the starport. Oh, actually, my apologies. FoxeR, he cancels. Does cancel the upgrade. Only makes 1 Banshee, so very light commitment here. Banshee pokes in. Maples is ready this time. Maples is ready. Reacts well. Keeps up with the Banshee. Oh, blinks in. And the Banshee barely gets away. Oh my god. Just barely. 4 HP Banshee. Let's go. Barely pulls out. And just like last game, Maples going 3-gate blink, then into charge. Into that gateway setup. FoxeR likewise turtling up back at home. We have our line of tanks. Stim is on the way. Combat shields. Last game, Maples, he was almost able to deny the upgrades. Almost. Deny combat shields at least. Oh. And hopefully everything is okay. Looks like we have a bit of a pause. Oh. Again, it is an offline event. Sometimes there are things happening outside of our control. Hopefully we can fix up. But once again, like, we have a pretty standard setup. We have the Forge for +1 for Maples, just getting to a standard mid-game. Oh. Once FoxeR does finish up his upgrades, he can start to move out.
Game resumed.
Speaking of, going for his own drop. Does move out. Maples, he barely does miss the move out. Makes them make their way across the map. Oh, does what the observer. Oh no, the observer survives just barely. On 10 HP. Barely gets out. At the same time, Maples does run into the drop. Shuts it down. Does force a pick up. Maplez is ready in the main. Temple Archives on the way. Maplez working towards Storm. And once again, we're slowing things down. We're slowing things down. It's on Maplez to delay the third base of FoxeR for as long as possible. FoxeR will eventually expand. Not again. No shot! The second scan! The observer gets away. Oh no. That observer has paid for itself at this point, as you have to spend a third scan. Oh god. FoxeR doesn't have one. Oh. Does break out. Does break out. FoxeR, he's able to trade somewhat. Gets a couple of probes. But no major losses. Again, no major clashes, not yet. Oh. Does snipe one of the tanks, gets one, gets two. Two tanks go down. Nice big goes here from Maplez. Behind this Maplez, he's taking out. We have the second robo on the way. Colossus on the horizon. Alright, we're gonna calm down. We're gonna. Both players are building up. Maplez, he has incentive to just wait until he has Colossus up and running. FoxeR likewise waiting for his Ghost production into a second starport into Mass Viking. Does FoxeR move out? Nice setting up. Moves out with his bio at least. Spot 2 observer. This time he gets it. This time the observer goes down. Prism into the main base as Zelarambe hits towards the third. FoxeR does race back in time. And will save his tanks. Oh no, the Medivacs! Oh, Medivacs, they were left alone. Yeah, miscontrol here from FoxeR. Aye. Does leave the Medivacs idle. At the same time, jump across the map. Oh, we're getting rowdy. We're getting rowdy. Cells, pop up in the main. There's going to be 17 SCV kills. Oh, does take us home to the face. FoxeR barely does survive. And it's still a very close trade here. Maplez, he turns everything around. And FoxeR does hold. Still lost 17 workers though. Has to rebuild, has to recover. FoxeR's moving out. Oh wait, the boys are pulled? Wait, what? I just noticed. The boys, get out of here. Get back to work. Oh my god. Get a nice EMP, snipe on the sentries. There's only one High Templar. There's soon to be one Storm. Now get ready. Yeah, Brutal Mind Shell says the NG overcharge. There's the Storm. And the Colossus are coming. Just in time. Colossus are popping out. FoxeR still has a greater army. He can still try to break this expansion, but not with the Colossus. It's coming. A nice auto stepping. Takes down the shield battery. Colossus moves in. Nice EMP. But the Storm still lands. And can FoxeR keep pushing? Again, taking a little swipes to the face, taking a little damage from the Colossus. And Maplez holds. Maplez, he holds, he defends, claims another expansion. And we have a back and forth. Last game, we saw that FoxeR took a really early lead. This time, it's a little closer. It's very tense. Maplez denying mining. Oh, going for Dark Templar. Going for DTs. So Maplez is getting punished. DTs are whirling into the bases. There is a turret. And DTs are getting nothing done. Likewise, Mass Storm in the army. But where's the support? Where are the Zealots? Yeah, not enough Zealots. Maplez has to get the hell out of here. The Colossus, they're so exposed. They're so vulnerable. Yeah, snipes are popping off. EMPs as well. Maplez, he will lose everything. He escapes with only Colossi. And just like last game, he overextends. He's pushing into siege lines. They're throwing away far too much supply. Bappy, we gotta calm down, Bappy. Gotta calm down. He's getting 5 Colossus up. 2 more on the way, getting up to 5 Colossi. Let's go. Thankfully, FoxeR has stopped the Viking production. I think he only has 1 starport. Yeah, only 1. So thankfully, for Maplez, the Viking count is quite low. So Maplez, he can make this work. Oh. Size popping up. Tanks, they do fire up on the Colossi. And Colossus overextend, and with that, FoxeR, he breaks the expansion. Nexus goes down. Prism is denied. And FoxeR, he's done it. At this point, he's done it. He has broken Maplez. His trades were just too poor. He threw away too much back. Alright, being dealt with, and now FoxeR can rally. Now we can start rallying. It's moving in. Oh. FoxeR double expanding. He's maxed. He's maxed out on mainly Marauder. 5 Vikings, 2 Liberators, 27 Marauders. It's a beefy army pack. And Maplez doesn't really have much to stop this here. Sure, he has Mass Colossus, but hey, the Marauders have built a tank. EMP on the High Templar. The army collapses in. Yo, let's go, going mass DT. DT's a dab on the army. They at least attempt to. They somewhat trade, but FoxeR still has a massive army behind this. Just rallying on through. There's 1 Colossus left. FoxeR, he can stim. He can win, Bappy. Keep going. Oh my god, his Colossus barely gets out. Maplez holding on for dear life. He's trying to hold on behind this FoxeR. He's comfortably on 83 SCVs. He's muling, of course, as well. And Maplez, he's just stuck with a subpar army. We spoke earlier how ideally, as you're getting into a later game, you do want to switch out of just purely Colossus High Templar into Disruptors. Just because Colossus gets shut down by Vikings, High Templar by the EMPs. Maplez never quite got there. You can stick with this kind of more mid-tier army if you're hyper-aggressive and denying bases, but he was never able to. He was pushing up this ramp, up into the center base, and just losing so much of the tanks, losing so much to FoxeR. Maplez never quite got the momentum he wanted, he needed. And FoxeR will soon max. He'll soon max out. He can soon push. He can soon send it back.
Ready for dust off.
Checking for bases, ensuring that he's still quite comfortable. He'll lose one of his tanks. Okay, there are 3 Templar. Let's go. FoxeR denies mining. He doesn't really have the kind of army to dive and to engage, unfortunately. Again, his Viking count is quite low. Oh, as Maplez does take down the planetary. Not bad. Planetary falls. Again, FoxeR, he's maxed. He has a bank, but he's not really trading his army. He's not doing much with it. That's a recall. The Stellar Rumba is on the way. Oof. Runs into FoxeR. This army at least is left alone, so Maplez should clean up. Collapses on the tanks. FoxeR at the same time just counterattacking. Hitting the northern base. We have, I guess, Storms to zone away the Vikings. He's doing what he can. Yeah, and brutal EMPs. Shuts down all the Stalkers, the Colossus as well. There's almost nothing left. I mean, this is the army. One Colossus standing. There's one Colossus left. And again, Maplez, he's been dead in the water for quite some time now. He's he's been on that hopium back. Still there. FoxeR's remaxed. Takes down the Nexus. Maplez doing what he can. Oh. Does end a storm. But again, this is the army. He pulls away. Warping whatever he can. FoxeR chasing him down. And there's no escape. GG gets called. FoxeR, he will take the series 2-0. He will take down Maplez. GG. GG, well played. FoxeR, he will claim the series, and I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, to be fair, I don't really get to watch much Maplez. I don't really get to cast much Maplez. He has a reputation in the other matchups, but here he played very quote-unquote standard. Like, there was no flair to his play here. Not against FoxeR. He was very aggressive, that is true. He was very in the face of FoxeR, but that was working against him. We saw Maplez be overly aggressive and overextend into FoxeR one too many times, throwing away so much supply and never quite taking up or refining his army. Whenever he had anything to work with, he would instantly just attack and throw it away, and yeah, with that, he was just outscaled. Maplez, he was just outscaled throughout the course of that game. Whereas FoxeR, he was just turtling, refining his army, building up more ghosts, more Vikings, liberators, getting his upgrades, of course, as well, and perfecting his force instead. GG. GG, well played. With that, FoxeR will take it, and now let's catch up on the rest of the bracket. Okay,